If you've recently been diagnosed with cancer or undergoing treatment, it's important to really take special care of yourself. Studies show that one of the best ways to do that is to stay physically active. Here's some pictures of 23-year-old Jessica Satterfield. She recently completed treatment for leukemia, and she's here this morning. Good to see you. You look great.
Thank
Along
you.
with a familiar face, Liz Kampschroeder. Good to have you with us.
Good morning. Good to be back.
Tell us about your story. How did you know you had cancer, leukemia?
Yeah. So this was about July, August. I started bruising really easily. My gums started bleeding, and I just was sleeping all the time. But you know, I was also working a lot and taking classes, and I'm in pharmacy school, so that's not that strange. So, but something was just a little off. So I went into the doctor's office. And they said, oh, we really need to check you out. Nobody told me it was an emergency.
Right.
So went to get my labs. A couple hours later, I got a phone call. They said, get straight to the ER. Something's wrong. And then I was there.
That had to scare you to death.
Yeah, a little bit.
Especially being a pharmaceutical person.
I think that actually calmed me down a little bit more.
Having the knowledge.
And I was there for 37 days.
Wow.
Inpatient.
Well, you're looking great. You're doing
Thank you.
great. And Liz, you say an important thing for people fighting cancer, cancer survivors, is to stay as active as possible. Why is that?
Well, I think there's such an emotional component to fighting any type of adversity.
Right.
And with Jessica, she's probably one of my most humble clients, where she sits here and talks about, and I was sort of going to school. She's a PharmD student. She was finishing her bachelor's while she was in PharmD school. So when something like this happens and it hits you and pulls back what you were doing before, she had to step away from a year of school. What do you do emotionally? The thing that you love is gone. You know, you have to find something to fill that space. She's always been active. I've trained her since she was in high school. It was hard to get her back in the gym at first because she wasn't supposed to be back in Kansas City. She was supposed to be in college.
Right.
And for her to suddenly be home and having treatment, that's not what she wanted to do with her life. So emotionally, there's huge benefits to just the endorphin piece of being in the gym. Physically, clearly, the more you lift, the stronger you're going to be.
So physiologically, the stronger you are, the better your body can fight the disease, right?
To a point. You know, cancer is cancer. So her being in the gym was not helping her get healthy from cancer. That was the treatment that she was getting through St.
Maybe
Luke's.
some of the side effects combating that?
And really just mentally, her having to show up every week, and she never missed a session. And this kid would come in and train with me in the morning, and then she would go down to St. Luke's and sit for chemo in the afternoon.
Amazing. Well, I'm so glad you're doing well. What are some of the exercises that you did? Let's see some of them.
You know, the biggest thing that we wanted to talk about today was when before Jessica got sick, she was easily bicep curling a 12-pound dumbbell. Here, go ahead and show us. Easily, no big deal. She gets sick, and it's amazing what the human body can do in both directions. So when she came to see me and we started training again, she could barely lift a 5-pounder.
Really?
So mentally, that can really mess you up because you feel so successful, and now you're sick, and now you can barely lift any weights. Our goal really was just forward motion, and I think that's the lesson in adversity is you have to just keep moving forward. And she would come in, and some weeks they were ugly workouts because it was maybe just a band, but she came in and did it. And so as we progressed, for her just to see that she was continuing to do something in the face of having to go to treatment, you know, every single day.
So what's your life like now? Are you still on an exercise routine training?
Always.
Yeah, always.
She never gets away from me.
Right. So we're training at least once a week. And I want to keep doing that. Right now I'm in full remission, so that is great. That's not really a part of my life anymore.
Right.
And I'm going to school. So.
And you're an inspiration to other people out here who may be watching this segment, maybe dealing with a piece of bad news, a recent diagnosis, but you're an inspiration that you can work through it and have a positive attitude and keep exercising.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you have questions for Liz, you can contact her at Precise Fitness in Leawood. They're just at 135th near Rowe. You can also find them online at precisefitness.org. They're all over social media. Just search Precise Fitness. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michelle.